I'm from Woodstock. And a few months ago, basically, I want to say August, a few of us, including Anita, Jen Ross, myself, a fellow named Louis Paul, and then eventually behind the camera is a gal named Sarah, who's sitting over there, threw together, through email no less, a set of verses that would then be put to a tune, and we had that uploaded onto YouTube. It was more or less our attempt at having a little fun, but with a little passion behind it relative to how we feel in cooperating for Canada is important. But I want to give you a tiny little bit of background relative to the gentleman that originally put the song to a tune. He died recently, unexpectedly. His funeral was yesterday, and he had been an NDPer. And over the course of some years, he ended up realizing, and he had pushed me to realize this as well, that things weren't working as they were. At one point, he had said, we have to start working together as a party. And this would have been before it became more of a concrete issue as we're dealing with it now. But I want to tell you a little wee bit about his passion. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to read this or not. This is a story someone shared with me, and I read it at the funeral, and I thought, if a guy who is this strong in NDP could see the light and realize how important it was to look beyond our partisan lines, I think we should all do the same. So this is what she wrote, and it was a lady named Connie. So here I was, first time on a federal campaign. Another fellow volunteer was trying to describe Lou to me and suggested he wasn't that wild. Then this little car pulls up, booming accordion music. Out pops a guy wearing a safari hat. He is going on about one-upping the other party's campaign signs. So much for not being wild. Then, a little later, maybe by her third campaign, which would, as she says, probably have been Lewis's 100th, she gets a phone call from Ontario Hydro. It seems someone had mounted a campaign sign in a rather particular place. A question was posed. Did I have any fried workers? My first instinct was to ask Lewis about it. He just grinned and told me I didn't want to know. Ontario Hydro suggested I go see where the sign was located, and you must picture this now. Lewis would have had to hop a big chain-link fence, then monkey up one of those huge hydro towers for approximately 40 feet, and then strap the sign to the tower. The only thing I guess he had to say at that point was, don't tell Linda, which was his wife. So that's how much he wanted the NDP to stand out in his mind at that time. But the reality is, he really did grow to appreciate the fact that we needed to do things differently. So the song that very kindly James has offered to attempt to sing with me here today are the lyrics from the song that we put together a few months back, and I just want to honor him as a tribute. No matter how we do, we're doing it with heart, and we hope that you will go find the lyrics as well. You might even want to consider thinking of making up a variation of your own tune. Make it rock, make it country. Let's get the words out there. Let's honor both the cause and the person who helped really bring this to light in the first place.